BTC Sanctuary. We have participants joining us from various industry and backgrounds, all united by the common goal. This webinar is designed to provide participants with a comprehensive understanding of the halal industry's investment potential within the current global economic framework. We highly appreciate our speaker, Professor Dr. Murniati Mukhlisin, M.Acc, CFP, IFP, AEPP, and Dr. Sudarmawan Samidi, General Secretary of IFPA, as well as the speakers of our talk show, Mr. Asep Saifullah, IFP, CFP, CSFT, IFPA Member Division from Indonesia, Dr. Shahizan Haji Muhammad Noh, IFP, QFC, IFPA Head of International Relations from Malaysia, Sister Saleha P. Sacar, GD, DPA, Director of the Muslim Economic Affairs Bureau National Commission, Philippines. We also welcome the participants from different parts of the world. We thank you for your presence and participation on this webinar. Hopefully, with this webinar, we can share ideas, information, knowledge, and perspective for the benefits of ourselves, organization, and the community at large. So, before proceeding to our main agenda today, to get the blessing of Allah, let's begin by reciting Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our agenda of the webinar today are welcoming speech from the Chairwoman of IFPA, Professor Dr. Murniati Mukhlisin, M.Acc, CFP, IFP, AEPP, keynote speech from Dr. Sudarmawan Samidi, General Secretary of IFPA, talk show and Q&A, and lastly, the closing and documentation. Before we begin, I'd like to go over a few webinar rules. Change the Zoom username according to the format name underscores company or agency, switch on the camera and look presentable, maintain order and conduciveness of the event, ask questions via the Q&A feature, chat box, Zoom, or the raise hand. Fill in the attendance to get an e-certificate. Okay, let's proceed to the welcoming speech. It's my pleasure to introduce our speaker. The first one is Professor Dr. Murniati Mukhlisin, M.Acc, CFP, IFP, AEPP, as a Chairwoman of Islamic Financial Planner Association. Madam Ani, time is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Isti Khairani, for your such warm welcome to everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Rabbi shrah sadri wa yassir li amri wa luqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Sadaqallahul azim. I would like to first of all thank to all the organizers who have been working hard to make this webinar today realized. I know this is quite disturbing because it's taking a little bit of your time during the weekend, but of course it's something that we would like to have is going to be beneficial not only for us but also to many others who are present here. And of course we have also the recording that will be useful for our colleagues, our friends who of course are now in the midst of making decisions on their investment in Islamic finance and halal industry. So I would like to thank Dr. Sudarmawan Samidi, who are with us, inshallah, who've been with us since the very beginning. He is actually the General Secretary of IFPA. And the MC today, Sister Isti Khairani, CFP, IFP, CSFT, herself is IFPA Membership Division. So Dr. Sudarmawan is also holding IFP certification. And we have Asep Saifullah, IFP, CAP, CSFT. He is the IFP Membership Division. And also we have, of course, our far neighbor country, Dr. Shahizan Haji Muhammad Noor, IFPK QFC. He is actually IFPA head of international relations from Malaysia. And of course, we have our sister Saleha Oscar, who is representing the or from the community of Muslim. Economics Affairs Bureau, National Commissions, Philippines. She is the director of the commissions. And we have sisters Rida, Rosida, BS, M.Sc, CSFT, CIMM. She is representing IFPA literacy and research. So of course, when we looking at the how Islamic finance and industry sectors, halal industry sectors developing quite tremendous for the past at least few years. And then we'll see here how people are reacting on making their decision, investment decision, and not only from capital market, we also would like to see the investments opportunity in the real sector, on how we expand halal certified food production and distribution, and also the logistic and cold chain, and then also e-commerce on halal marketplace. And also we have the pharmaceuticals and healthcare. We understand that halal certified medicines have been actually the putting the main concern of the people, because every day we need healthcare. And also we have cosmetics and personal care. Of course, not only women, but also men nowadays are very concerned about how, Dr. Shahizan are trying to shape his hair to be bold like Dr. Sudarmawan, for instance. So they are very concerned, I know, because my husband does that. So all these things actually, they require kind of halal certification. And of course, traveling, hospitality, tourism. Also, those who love traveling like me, I just come back from Malaysia and now I'm in Palu. And Palu, that it has a very beautiful beaches, and then also islands, and they have almost everything, the mountains, and you must come and see the beauty of small islands around Indonesia. And of course, not to mention as well, Manila and the Philippines. I think our directors, NC M.Acc, will talk a lot about this, Sister Saleha. And of course, Malaysia has been also known with the halal tourism. And in fact, I interviewed Jakim yesterday. The Jakim representative told me about the Islamic tourism center that has been established in Malaysia. And they have also modest fashion. Unfortunately, Sister Isti, we are doing webinar, so people do not see our clothes. What I'm wearing today is actually, batik from North Sumatra. So you can't see me because we are on webinar, unfortunately. So, and then we have, of course, digital halal economy, and we are very much close to AFSI, as the Islamic Fintech Associations of Indonesia, and we talk about fintech solution. We also have organized some webinars in IFPA. We talk about tokenization, we talk about crypto, we talk about fintech, etc., from Islamic perspective. And of course, last but not least, we have investment vehicles. We have Green Sukuk, that has been actually pioneering to be the environmental friendly investment type. And then we have also the halal startups that is very concerned on the environment. And then, of course, how the investment vehicles such as real estate investment, we have some kind of capital, Islamic capital market instruments that also have not been really promoted. So I think there are a lot of things that we need to, a lot of issues that we need to discuss. There are a lot of burning issues as well to actually, wake up us this afternoon. And I don't want to take so much of the time of our speakers. So I should end here, the Sister Isti, and again, thank you so very much for your contributions. And I hope more people will be coming and enjoying this discussions. Thank you again. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Madam, for that insightful speech. Now, it's time to hear from our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to kindly invite His Excellency Dr. Sudarmawan Samidi, General Secretary of IFPA, to deliver keynote speakers. Dr. Sudarmawan, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable guests, the Honorable Chairwoman of IFPA, Prof. Dr. Murniati Mukhlisin, or we call Madam Ani, and also our distinguished speakers for today's webinar, Mr. Asep Saifullah, IFPA Membership Division, and Dr. Shahizan Haji Muhammad Nuh, IFPA Head of International Relations, Malaysia, Ms. Saleha P. Sacar, GD DPA, Director of the Muslim Economic Affairs Bureau National Commission Philippines, and also our distinguished moderator, Ms. Rida Rosida, Board of IFPA and member of IFPA, ladies and gentlemen, participant of today's webinar. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yaumiddin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli, amma ba'd. All praise and gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has bestowed upon us the blessing of health, enabling us to gather here this afternoon at IFPA monthly webinar. Peace and blessing be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, along with his family and companions who have provided us with exemplary guidance from our lives. On this occasion, allow me to extend my deepest appreciation to the IFPA board and its member, and also to our distinguished speakers for joining us today. It is truly an honor and privilege to deliver this keynote address on the term investment in Islamic finance and halal industry. This webinars is aimed to broaden our perspective, especially on the immense potential of global and domestic investment in the sector, while also providing valuable insights into emerging trends, opportunities, and challenges. So, Bapak Ibu, ladies and gentlemen, as we know, over the past few decades, Islamic finance has grown from niche market into dynamic and increasingly influential pillar of the global financial system, with asset projected to exceed approximately more than 4 trillion in the near future. So Islamic finance has proven its resilience, inclusivity, and also ethical foundation rooted in Sharia. Beyond capital and profit, it presents values of justice, transparency, and shared prosperity, values the world urgently need in uncertain times as we face right now. So at the same time, the halal industry has expanded into global economic force, initially focused on food, as mentioned also by Madam Ani. As we know today, compares also the pharmaceutical, cosmetic, modest fashion, even halal logistic, and also Muslim friendly tourism. So this shift reflects that halal is not only religious necessity, but also a global benchmark for quality, safety, and integrity. So with the projection estimating the halal economy to surpass about 3 trillion by 2030, opportunities abound for both Muslim and non-Muslim countries seeking sustainable and ethical growth. So there's two sectors, Islamic finance and halal industry, represent more than economic progress. They embody vision for global movement of ethical, sustainable, and also inclusive development. So through international cooperation and also harmonization of standard and also continuous innovation, I think we believe we can elevate these industries to serve humanity as a whole. So the synergy also between Islamic finance and halal industry is undeniable. Yeah, Islamic finance supplies the structure and capital, while the halal industry provide the real sector opportunities. Together, they form complete ecosystem that empower small and medium enterprises, foster innovation, and drive inclusive growth both domestically and also globally. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in this occasion, to lock the potential of Islamic finance and halal industry, I think we must focus on three key priorities. The first, strengthen governance and standardization. Clear, we agree that harmonized regulation across borders are essential, yeah, to build investor confidence and also to ensure Sharia compliance. Collaboration among regulators, standard setting body, and also industry association is a key to creating level playing field that attract both local and also global investor. And also the second, enhance innovation and digital transformation. Emerging technologies such as blockchain, yeah, and also fintech and halal traceability system, yeah, this present new pathway for efficiency, transparency, and also access. By leveraging this innovation, we can expand financial inclusion, ensure supply chain integrity, and also unlock new markets. Third, but not least, yeah, foster global partnership and investment flows. The future of Islamic finance and in the halal industry lies in stronger collaboration across nation, strategic partnership between Muslim majority and non-Muslim countries, as well as between government, private sector, and also academia will accelerate growth and create sustainable investment opportunities. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will keep my remark brief as we have upcoming panel discussion after this that will further explore the important issue will be discussed. So in conclusion, I hope today's discussion help us better understand about the opportunities and challenges before us. May our collective effort to advance Islamic finance and halal industry bring lasting impact, not only for economic progress, but also for the welfare of the society. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us of our endeavor, guiding us to contribute to the growth of Islamic economic and finance and to the greater maslahah of the ummah and humanity as large. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sudarmawan, for that insightful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to main agenda today, talk show on investment in Islamic finance and halal industry. Is it attractive? Please join me to welcome our distinguished speakers and moderator, Mr. Asep Saifullah, IFP, CFP, CSFT, IFPA Membership Division from Indonesia, Dr. Shahizan Haji Muhammad No, IFP, QFC, IFPA Head of International Relations from Malaysia, Sister Saleha P. Sacar, GD, DPA, Director of the Muslim Economic Affairs Bureau National Commission, Philippines. This session will be chaired by Rida Rosida, PS, M.Sc, CIMM, CSFP. Before starting the session, let me read her brief introduction. Rida Rosida, BS, M.Sc, CIMM, CSFP, is Assistant Professor at Islamic Economic and Finance Study Program at Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, Secretary Assistant at Islamic Financial Planners Association, educational background, Bachelor of Science, Economics at International Islamic University, Islamabad, Master of Science, Islamic Banking and Finance, International Islamic University, Islamabad. We invite all honorable speakers and moderator. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Sister Isti, our MC, for your kind introduction. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, respected Chairwoman of IFPA, Professor Dr. Murniati Mukhlisin, the Secretary of IFPA, Dr. Sudarmawan, ST members of IFPA Board, distinguished guests, respected honorable speakers, and dear participants joining us today. It is indeed my great pleasure to warmly welcome all of you to this IFPA International webinar. So allow me to I would like to introduce myself. My name is Rida Rosida, currently serving as IFPA Secretary Assistant and also Literacy Division, and I'll be your moderator for today's session, and which will run for about 90 minutes of discussion and exchange. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the global halal economy has rapidly evolved into one of the most dynamic segments of the world market. According to the State of the Global Islamic Economy SDIE report on 2023-2024 by Dinar Standard, Muslim consumers spent approximately 2.29 trillion USD in 2022 across food, halal food, pharmaceuticals, cosmetic, modest fashion, travel, and media. And the halal sector alone represented 72.5% of the global Islamic economy, valued at around US 1.81 trillion. Even more remarkable, investment activity in this sector also is surging. So looking ahead, projection show also the halal food market could grow also more than 6.3 trillion by 2035, inshallah. With some forecasts estimating it could reach to 9.45 trillion by 2000 trillion USD on 2034. So clearly, this momentum demonstrates the urgency of understanding not only for the consumer, not only the consumer drivers, but also the regulatory dynamics, investment opportunities, and challenges facing the halal industry worldwide. So that is why this webinar is highly relevant. IFPA, as a pioneer in Islamic Financial Planning Association, continues its vision of strengthening financial literacy, building platforms for consultation, and collaborating with stakeholders to enhance inclusion in the Islamic finance ecosystem. So today, our international panel will shed light on these emerging opportunities, inshallah. Okay, now without further ado, let us begin our session with our distinguished panelists. Okay.
We take picture
the
first.
very first speaker.
Sister
Yes,
Rida.
the very first speaker. Yes, pardon?
We take picture first.
Okay, all right. Okay, so before we start our discussion today, we would like to invite all the participants, all the keynote speakers, and also all other honorable speakers also to come and join together to take picture together. Okay, maybe we'll be waiting for another, maybe we have 1 minute. Okay. We have, okay, there are more than 35 participants joining us today. Okay. Okay. Anyone? Okay. Okay, I will count until 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, once more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay. Okay. Now I will come to our very first session. Actually, we have 3 panelists here, but I will introduce each one of you. The first one is Dr. Shah. Okay. Okay. Can you please show us the Okay, the CV, short CV of Dr. Shahizan. This is our first presenter or first panelist is Dr. Shahizan Haji Muhammad Noor, IFP QFT. He earned his education. The first one, he earned his bachelor in accountancy, accounting on finance from University Putra Malaysia. And afterwards, he continued on master in Muamalat Administration and Islamic Finance on 2013. Also from University Science Islam Malaysia or USIM. And the last one, he earned also his doctor or PhD on Islamic economics on 2021. And afterwards we can see also he has so many rich experience also, especially from the Islamic finance industry. First one, he has experience as Afin Bank Berhad executive, Eon Bank Berhad assistant manager, Amanah Warisan Berhad Sharia advisor, and then he also teach as the lecturer also in University Kuala Lumpur. And also he has experience also in Malaysian Association of Tax Accountant, head of Wealth Management Technical Committee. Oh, mashallah, yeah, he has a lot of experience. All right. Okay, and then maybe we would like to also to know, so this is our first presenter, Dr. Shahizan. Times is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Ibu Rita. Yeah, Ibu Rida.
Yes, Dr.
Can
Shah.
can can you see my slide now?
Yes, it's very much clear. We can see your
Okay.
slide.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Very good afternoon to everyone. Selamat siang to fellow colleagues in Indonesia. All right. Let me accord my appreciation and thank you to our chairwoman, definitely Ibu Madam Dr. Murniati, and our General Secretary Dr. Sudarmawan, and other fellow colleagues as speakers, co-speakers for today's session. Bapa Asep Saifullah and juga Sister Saleha from Philippines. Okay, so today we have listened very engaging, inspiring, as well as uh, uh, a lot of with facts from our Madam Chairwoman and also General Secretary just now in terms of Islamic finance and halal market, the potential of both. And I would like to further continue from perhaps different perspective, and along the way continue with uh, the one that been shared by our chairwoman and also Bapak Sudarmawan just now. All right. So let us further go through into the first pillar component in our session today, which is Islamic finance. All right. So Islamic finance is no longer a niche sector, ladies and gentlemen. It's becoming a mainstream, a part of global financial system nowadays. So why? Because many potential investor demand for more ethical investment, more Sharia compliant instrument, and as well as related to socially responsible finance in driving growth, right? So this growth rate is higher than global average of conventional financial segments, I can say, and we can see here the projected growth may up to USD 8.94 billions at the end of 2025. All right. And we also have the long-term projection for Islamic finance global market. It is expected to reach up to 13.89 billion by 2039. So Islamic finance is not just an ethical alternative, it is a growth engine for the global financial market. So let us view Islamic finance not only as a compliance-driven sector, but also as an attractive investment opportunity with a long-term sustainability. One of the biggest drivers of Islamic finance in expansion is the sheer growth of our Muslim population worldwide. So according to one of the research by Pew, Muslims are regarded the fastest growing religious group in the world. The Muslim population is expected to increase from 2 billion today, perhaps to 3 billion by 2060, right? By 2030, Muslim will present more than 30% of the youth growth population, and this creates a large, vibrant, young, and also financially active demographic, driving demand for more Islamic finance solutions in the future. So this isn't just about the population, right? Because definitely more population, the customer base will also increase at the same time, but it's also raising awareness and preference for financial solutions that align with faith and also values. So people are now focusing on the purpose on investment. They are focusing on green and also more ethical based investment. So definitely very much related to Islamic finance, and more people are becoming financially literate and also support with digital initiative from time to time. And this also leading to an increase in adoption of Islamic finance through Islamic fintech, right? The increase of Muslim population here is not only a demographic trend, but also a force that's shaping the future trend of Islamic finance. When you go further to the second contribution to the expansion of Islamic finance industry, the rise of the ethical and socially responsible investing. So investors today, as I mentioned earlier, no longer focus on the returns 100%. They also care about the values, the sustainability, all right, and also the long-term impact. So the purpose of investment here plays a vital role. So ESG, environmental, social, governance, and also socially responsible investment or SRI are projected to reach over USD 50 trillion by 2025. So Islamic finance naturally aligns with these ESG principles, prohibitions of harmful industries, the likes of alcohol, gambling, and avoidance of excessive speculation or garar and interest or riba, and also promotion of risk sharing, fairness, asset-backed investment could be part of this expansion as well. If we move further to the third driver of the expansion of Islamic finance industry, all right? So it is the government support and regulation. Okay. So the third driver of Islamic finance expansion is strong government support and finally the development of a clear regulatory frameworks across country, across regions. All right. So without robust law, without robust Sharia governance by the central bank of each country, especially if we refer to Islamic countries, right? The policy incentive, for example, the industry wouldn't be able to grow as its current place, right? So many governments, the likes of Malaysia, we have also Indonesia and some part of GCC, That's definitely representing Islamic countries. All right. What about non-Islamic countries? We can see the development in Thailand, development in Philippines as well. All right. So creating more enabling environments for Islamic finance to expand. Yeah. So in short, government support and regulation act as a catalyst, will provide more trust, more confidence, and provide more infrastructure needed for Islamic finance to grow further and to thrive both locally and also globally. And the last driver would be in our discussion for today's session is the regulation and the globalization of Islamic finance itself, right? So another critical factor in the growth of Islamic finance is the role of regulation. I did mention earlier related to the government, right? So, and how this regulation is enabling the globalization of the industry, right? So, without consistent rules, laws, governance, and also collaborative efforts between the countries, all right, Islamic finance would remain fragmented. So regulation and globalization are working hand in hand. Uh, it have to, in order to build trust and stability of the industry, and while the globalization also may expand the reach and the impact of Islamic finance globally. So all the four drivers uh, are the contributor to the expansion of Islamic finance industry, until today. If we move further to the another segment, halal industry, as an investment opportunity. So normally, not only for non-Muslim, even for Muslim as well, halal is more towards food. All right. So we must eat halal food, all right, as a Muslim. So but now the industry expanded, not referring to the food anymore. Okay, as mentioned by our chairwoman just now, by our general secretary, is beyond food, right? Pharmaceutical, cosmetics, and also luxury brand also considering halal as part of their expansion process and also strategy. Okay, so therefore, certain many Muslim majority regions and countries have established a lot of organizations and agencies as well, responsible in certifying and labeling certain products as halal. Okay, so I'm from Malaysia, one of the pioneers in halal industry. Okay, but we cannot discount other countries' effort in halal industry, the likes of Indonesia, Singapore, and Brunei, if we focus on Southeast Asia countries. Okay, and also definitely the most populous Muslim country in the world, Indonesia as well. All right. So if we move further, all right. So the total market size of halal industry is projected around 7.7 trillion at the end of 2025, and we can see here Islamic financial services representing two-thirds of the overall statistic that we have here, right? So other than that, as we discussed along the way, other involve other segment, the likes of pharmaceutical, the likes of cosmetics, and other industry contribute to this statistic. All right, so if we move further, it is expected that the consumer spending on halal products to grow, all right, at a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, reaching 7.5%, all right, with a total of 2.8 trillion by end of 2025 from only 2.0 trillion in 2021. It shows the increment, I would say from this chart, this statistic, the increment is very steady. All right, the growth is very steady, and with the participation from other segment as well, will also boost and also provide a more stability to halal market in the future. Investment in Islamic finance and the halal market, is it attractive? So let me share from 5 different angles today. All right. So number one would be the if I can let me from the ethical and social responsibility views. All right. So the global halal economy is very significant and rapidly expanding, with halal finance being a major driver of this growth. So ethical, responsible, sustainable investing is no longer optional. It's a mainstream, as I mentioned earlier during my presentation. So Islamic finance and the halal economy provide a built-in framework for ethical investment. So we keep saying that these principles, the likes of risk sharing, asset-backed financing, and also promote fairness, among others, contributing to the real economy stability, right? So if we move further to the next uh, area, so in terms of financial stability, the system itself emphasizes on the asset backing and risk sharing that can offer a safe haven during periods of high conventional financial risk cannot cope with the situation. So the halal and Islamic finance industry are not only expanding rapidly in size, but also expanding in importance because they combine commercial opportunity with ethical responsibilities. We move further to the next. All right. So all right. So the rapid expanding market, if I go back to this, all right, indicates potential long-term revenue stability for the industry, be it Islamic finance and also halal market. So there are a lot of studies shows that Islamic finance itself outperform conventional counterparts during economic downturns. If we can refer back during the COVID-19 pandemic, all right, on how Islamic finance sustained due to less exposure to toxic debt, due to prohibition of the interest-based lending, and definitely Islamic finance emphasis on the real economic assets compared to conventional. All right. So if we move further to the last two, in terms of innovation and diversification, in terms of market driver driven innovation, it refer to halal industry. Halal consumer products are moving into premium sectors. Yes, it started with food awareness, but now moving towards beyond foods and beverages. Okay, it involves cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and I mentioned earlier, there are a lot, some luxury goods also require or embark into halal certification as well, right? So combining this technology, branding, and a lot of segments now involved in halal territory. So definitely will bring some stability for the investor to invest more in halal market investment. All right. So Islamic finance and halal markets can offer blend of traditional stability because the asset-backed instruments that they have, and also the new innovation, the likes of fintech, ESG link investment or instruments now being offered to the potential investors, not only in specific countries but beyond that particular country. So now investor can mitigate concentration risks, all right, while gaining exposure to a lot of emerging sectors, particularly in ethical consumer goods and also digital finance as well. And other unique advantage, definitely the combination of Sharia compliance, ethical appeal here, and also tech-driven innovation uh, makes it distinct from conventional or non-halal industry. All right. So it's offer diversification as well. All right. For the investor, be Muslim or non-Muslim, and perhaps for the Muslim investor should focus 100% in Islamic investment and halal market industry in terms of their to earn not only the return but also the barakah. All right, the barakah from the investment. We are talking about fulfilling our obligation as a Muslim, right, to be success in this world and also in the hereafter. So that's why it is important for us to make sure Islamic finance and halal not just an option, but it's a must, wajib. All right. Yes, we may need some time to shift. All right, to migrate from non-halal to halal, conventional to Islamic, but then we have to ensure that at the end of the day we achieve al-falah, successful in this world and also in the hereafter. We are not getting the profit, the return from our investment, but also the barakah from every investment that we subscribe into. All right. To conclude my presentation here, so yes, it is interactive. Interactive. It is more stable and promising for Islamic finance and halal market, not only for today but for a long term. In the long run, both market promote more diversification, more options, as well as stability for the investor. So strategically, it balanced the investment opportunity, combining a stability and definitely the involvement of innovation of technology will provide more diversification opportunities for the investor. So, however, I highlighted here, we must also be aware uh, there will be definitely persistent challenges in relation to Islamic finance and halal market. All right. So, which also include the hurdles from the regulatory part, and also we are still uh, have a shortage in terms of specialist talent with regards to Islamic finance and halal market, right? So, a quick question here: how far or how fast can we get similar talent like our chairwoman here, Ibu Madam? All right. So, how many people that we need to replicate the same talent that we have currently in the market? So that's one of the many perhaps challenges that we may need to be aware. All right, and the industry must cope up to stay stable and also as I said to not only be an options but a mainstream within industry. With that, I would like to end my presentation. I pass back to the moderator, Ibu Rida. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shah, for your presentation. And before Dr. Shahizan leave us because he has some other other things to do, we will open the floor for a few questions specifically for him or for Dr. Shah. Kindly direct your question through the chat box, or you can also raise your hand by using the features of raise hand, and I will address one or two briefly. Okay, while we are waiting for the question, we have some key points from Dr. Shahizan presentation on growth projection that Islamic finance, including the halal industry, also growing faster than conventional financial segments. And then other than that, there are some key growth drivers, including the Muslim population growth, and then the second one, the ethical investment trends. And then the third one is the government support and regulation. And the last one is halal industry expansion. And long story short, we can know that from his the discussion we heard that Islamic finance and halal industry is very interesting, and we still have a lot of big opportunity to join. Yeah. Okay. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, there is someone is raising the hand. Okay. 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 I will allow Mr. Abu Bakar Muhammad Thani. Please unmute yourself. Please make your question brief. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
Waalaikumsalam.
My question is, we are discussing on halal, and I have a halal industry. What is the difference between halal and a halal industry, and how does financial Islamic financial investment affect halal industry?
So, if I can answer your question, how its effect to halal industry, it has to be concurrent, brother. All right. So, the combination of Islamic finance, not focusing not only the instrument from non-halal markets, but also halal markets now. But with the increment, with the more players in halal market. All right, so it will definitely give more opportunity for the uh, finance practitioner to come up with instruments. All right, so for example, that if we can see uh, all this while we may need the investment may not embark into Islamic investment may not embark into pharmaceutical industry because involved with non-halal issues. But now they have opportunity to invest and to diversify their investment into that segment, right? So other than that, if we can look into the area of F&B, food and beverages, a lot of opportunity and also potential in investing in that industry. But previously, we don't have much choice because this industry not really care about halal or non-halal. But now we can
Okay.
see few number of investment now diversify their portfolio into F&B industry as well.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any other question for Dr. Shah? Okay. Okay, I think it's the one and only question. But I think, is it possible, Dr. Shah, are you in can I ask one question from my side?
Can Ibu? Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Shah, what do you think? How can IFPA, you are as the, okay, how can IFPA or our association and other professional bodies bridge the gap between halal consumer demands and sustainable investment flows? Yeah. What
All right.
what would be the role? Yeah, our role as Islamic financial planner to bridge those.
Bridge the knowledge gap, increase the awareness. It is opportunity the organization like IFPA, IFPA, all right, to reach the market. All right, so you may need to start with the practitioner first, all right, because there's some distinct and assumption with Islamic finance is different compared to halal, right? But it has to go concurrent together, right? So we can imagine that if more people aware about the importance of halal, all right, so it will also increase the opportunity of this market as well, right? So if you ask me, so definitely to increase the awareness of the importance of both, and how Islamic finance and also halal market can be concurrent, develop and expand as a one segments. All right, because if we learn about economy, there must be a subset inside that economy sector. So my view is halal could be part of the subsectors. All right, so yes, is the trend is halal is consider we can consider as exclusive, right? But it definitely involve or similar prohibitions that observed by the Islamic finance. All right, we don't want anything to do with interest. We want to anything to do with hardcore non-halal activities. Definitely, isn't it? All right, thank you.
Okay, Dr. Shah, thank you so much for your valuable and insight, and also your valuable time. Okay, we wish you your success in your continued engagement. Anyway,
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you so much.
Salamat.
Jazakallah khairan, Dr. Shah. See you again. Okay. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we still have another two. We still have
Thank you,
two
Dr. Shah.
other speakers. Okay. Yes, yes, Madam Ali. Okay, and then let's proceed to the next speakers. Okay, we still have two other speakers. The second speaker is Mr. Asep Saifullah, IFP, CFP, CSFT from IFPA Membership Division. Okay, we can see here from his educational background that he has completed his bachelor degree from University Indonesia, and also he has completed also his master degree also on Islamic finance from Universitas Tazkiyah, and he has a very much experience, especially first one is on IT business analyst and application trainer from CIMB Niaga, PT Bank CIMB Niaga, and the second one is Sharia Community Funding Specialist, also from the same bank, from CIMB Niaga Bank. And then he works also as academician, also the practitioner, also in Islamic finance. Yeah, he do also community service also for this case of Yayasan Bakti Ihsan. And then right now he's still working also as Sharia Wealth Management and Insurance Business Development Manager. Okay, also from PT Bank CIMB Niaga Unit Usaha Syariah, but okay, from 2022 to 2020 till now. Okay, without any further, okay, I would like to invite Mr. Asep. Mr. Asep, how are you today?
Thank you. I'm fine. Rida, thank you for the
Okay,
session.
mashallah. Okay. Okay, I will give the floor for you.
Okay, thank you. And let me share my material. Okay, can you see my material on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Walhamdulillah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Qala rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli, amma ba'du. First of all, thank you very much for the session, and also the Honorable Chairwoman, Professor Madam Ani, and also the Secretary General, and for all AEPPA board member. Thank you for the session today, and it's really interesting, especially to talk about the investment guide for the growth in halal industry, as we already listened so many from Dr. Shahizan, the importance of the Islamic investment, especially for the halal industry. We see from the collaboration, also one statement that is really important from Dr. Shahizan is Islamic investment is not an option, but it's a must. Yeah, because our final destination is about reaching Falah. That's why we need to talk about this from the industrial side. this is I want to explain, I want to discuss in this session, especially why it will be so important, because yeah, as I see in Indonesia, especially, it's really challenges to increase on develop the halal industry, especially when they want to step up from the small to medium, or from medium to the big. Yeah, because maybe lack of literacy as also, especially from the what kind of product that is really important to support them, especially the Islamic investment product. This is the first one. The second one is how to build the just like eligibility for the industry to get the investment from the market. That's really important, because when there is an industry and there is no investment product that support the industry, or even sometimes the investment product is already exists, but the business owner doesn't know the existence of this investment product itself, it will be so difficult for their business to grow. Okay. Okay, from this slides, I think it's already explained also by Dr. Shahizan. Yeah, just like the demanding rising of the halal industry, especially in Indonesia. We talk in Indonesia. You can see that food, pharmaceutical, tourism, lifestyle, health, or even education is growing rapidly nowadays. But unfortunately, especially even though they have a label of halal in their business, but not all business that they run is based on the halal strategic, especially because there are sometimes some just like some things that they cannot fulfill the halal product itself. Okay. The second one is about many halal business like access to Sharia compliant financing. Yeah, this is because maybe the lack of understanding about how to fulfill the eligibility to get the investment, to get the financing, and to make up their business or their industry, so that it's really difficult for them to get the funding or even investment from the investor. Okay. So the important question is how to bridge the finance with halal growth. That is really important, as I mentioned in my initial speech, that finance and investment is really important for the halal growth. Why? Maybe this is related to the question from our brother before, that why halal investment is really important for the industry. Because by invest in halal investment, it means that you will develop the halal industry that can serve the customer with the halal product. So investment in halal industry can change the way of customer of consuming the product, especially just like in finance. When you have a product in finance, so the customer, they have one they want to get the mortgage financing or mortgage lending. So when you have the Sharia one, you can offer the Sharia one, and it changed the way of life. It's so that it's really important to talk about the finance and investment of Sharia to support the growth of halal industry. Okay, what is needed by the halal industry especially? The first one is about working capital. We know that there are some business owner, maybe they have a good idea about developing the product, but they lack of the finance or investment backup, so that it will be so difficult for them to develop their business. That's why working capital is one of the big challenge, especially for the halal industry. This is as I see in the market, because I once engaged in the Islamic community also. I met some business owner. I get some just like maybe their aspiration, especially about their business. they want to grow the business, but lack of capital support, especially for them. So this is still becoming the big problem also for them. Not maybe their idea is good, but sometimes their a lack of knowledge or even understanding about how to build a well-trusted business or company that can attract all the investor to come. This is the first one. The second one is about export and import financing. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, we see in Indonesia, we know that there are very many potentials that Indonesia have, just like you have food, you have maybe the product from the plantation, you have product from the sea and other products. So when you want to extend your business, it will be so difficult, because sometimes when you want to do export and import, you need also the backup from the financing also. Just like from the bank, you need the bank guarantee, or some product that related to the export and import also, and they lack of knowledge about it. It is the second. And the third is about risk protection. Yeah, risk protection is also very important for their business, because just like when they have a business, they build a plan. Yeah, when the plan get a fire or even earthquake and others, it will be so important for the risk protection. But we also need to understand that the risk protection that we mean here is not belonging to the conventional one, but it must be Sharia one also. So we call it maybe takaful. It will be so very important also for the takaful or Islamic insurance to give the product, yeah, for the customer that is Sharia compliant. And this is still the challenge, because not many insurance company that provide the Sharia product just like as good as the conventional product, especially for the general insurance, because general insurance is really important to back up the business, just like the fire, earthquake, and other loss. This is that is still becoming the big challenge from the product of Takaful. And the fourth one is about the infrastructure development, and it is also important, and it's related to the working capital, because when you want to expand your business, so it means that you have to build the infrastructure, and also this is really challenging for them when they don't get the working capital back up from the investor. Okay, next, we're talking about the product maybe that can be used by the industry. Maybe some of you is the business owner from the small, medium enterprises or others. So you must understand about the product that is really important for you to support your business, especially when you want to do the daily business activity, you want to get the investors' investment, you must know the AEPP and also the product that is suitable for your business. The first one is about murabaha. Yeah, murabaha is also important. It's very common in the business. This is for the raw material purchasing, financing, and also maybe when you want to buy a machine or related to working capital, you can use murabaha. And also mudaraba is also important. And mudaraba means that you don't also get the mudaraba product from the Sharia banking, especially. Maybe you can get the direct investor. Yeah, you can get the direct investment from the investor, and you have a partnership with them with the akad of mudorobah. It's also important also, because you can become a mudorib, yeah, as a business owner, and the investor can be sahibul mal. That's really important. And this is really lack of knowledge from the business owner. Sometimes they want to get the direct investment from the investor, but they do it just like the conventional one. Yeah, they go to the investor. Hey, investor, I want to expand my business, and when you invest in me, you can get 10% every month, or even 10% in a year from your working capital. This is the conventional practice that not sometimes but oftenly happens in the business. So they have a product with the label of halal, they sell in halal, and they call themselves as a halal business owner. But when they want to get the investment from the investor, they do just like the conventional partner do. This is that we have to understand also. So when you want to grow your business, you must remember that you must get the finance or even investment from the investor by the right akad of the partnership. This is really important, and I met many business doing this. And the third one is about also ijaro. Ijaro is also kind of business akad that is used by the industry, and it's really popular also. Not but in the practice, this is not directly from the business owner uh, uh, to those who has maybe the property or something. But ijara is oftenly done by the partnership between the business and the banking, Sharia banking especially. Okay, the fourth one is also important, and this is maybe it's really it's more complicated than mudoroba. That is sukuk. Maybe if we talk about sukuk, it's more complicated, and for the business owner with this scale more than medium enterprise, maybe because they need to get a good understanding about how sukuk works. But especially it's really amazing because when you understand about sukuk, so it means that you can get the investment from the investor by just like they buy the ownership of the company, just like happens in equity. This is so cool. And the fourth one, last but not least, it's really important that is takaful. So you must understand also, and I find many in the business, especially when they want to protect their business, they have a plan, they want to protect it, they have a property, they want to protect it, but they use the conventional product from the insurance. And it's really unfortunately, especially because when you run your business in the Sharia industry or halal industry, you must make sure that you do it in kafah, especially. So the business by end to end must be run by Sharia compliant. Okay, and this is also important when you want to build the business, especially for the small and medium enterprise or even some business owner in the halal industry. You cannot run alone. You must build the ecosystem, just like in IFPA. Maybe we can do the further action, not only giving maybe not only giving the consultancy about Islamic finance, Islamic investment, but we can also build the ecosystem. When we have the ecosystem, it will be quite powerful. To get just like when the ecosystem is very eligible and can fulfill the legal document, just like that. So the ecosystem itself, the association itself can have a partnership with the financing or investment company, just like Sharia banking, peer-to-peer financing, equity crowdfunding, because maybe with the good reputation of the ecosystem itself, the member of the ecosystem maybe can get the financing or even investment from the investor. So the existence of the ecosystem is really important to support the halal industry, and hopefully that maybe we can do it better. We can make the ecosystem, if I can make the ecosystem that can make sure that all the business owner understand not only about the halal product but also the halal finance, because halal finance is really important. In the market, I oftenly got or see just like the funding account is still conventional. Yeah, they put their money in the conventional account bank, and it's really unfortunate because when you try to name yourself as a halal business industry owner, so you have to make sure, and you have also to be aware that not only the label of halal from your product, but your finance management must be halal also. So you have to make sure that you put your money in the Sharia banking, not in the conventional banking. Yeah, maybe sometimes they say that, oh, the technology of the conventional one is leading than the Sharia one. Maybe this is the problem of 10 or 15 years ago, because the Sharia banking currently is very sophisticated, yeah, in the system, in the mobile banking, in the application banking, and also in the IT infrastructure. They're very, very sophisticated. So if they still say that conventional is leading compared to the Sharia one, I think they need to get more literacy also about uh, the support system of the Sharia banking. Okay. Okay, this is kind of the case application, but I also has the other case application, just like not in food export, but just like in education. Yeah, in Islamic education, yeah, is growing rapidly currently. Yeah, many parents want to send their children to the Islamic school. Yeah. The Islamic school itself, they need the financing, especially just like when they get many intake, many students, yeah, in one year, one period of year. So it means that they need maybe more building, more infrastructure, so that it's really important for them to get the investor or financing from the bank. And also besides that, when they build the building itself must be protected by takaful. It's really important also. So how they get the financing itself? Yeah, just like I have several customers, especially in work, educational industry. It's really sometimes quite difficult to get the financing. Yeah, because maybe their financial report is not eligible, or is not good for financing, or even sometimes also their legal document is not supported. The owner of the school is not institution. Uh, business owner as an individual. Yeah, there are many problems that happens, especially. So that how to get the investment if they don't have uh, good reporting, they don't have good legal document that can support them to get the financing from the banking. So we also can give just like a guidance for maybe our community, when we have just like, oh, when you want to develop your business, so you have to make sure that every single things in your company is supporting to getting the investment and financing. And also the industry sometimes don't get the information, the consultancy about how to be proper to get the investment. This is still a big gap, especially in the industry. They only join maybe the ecosystem. They only join the association only for just like sharing about the product, only about to get the partnership with other friends, only like that. But the consultancy, or even the explanation about how to get investment from your own company is really like just like that. Okay, this is the conclusion of my presentation today. Yeah, from what I mentioned earlier, there are 5 conclusions that is related to the how to make the halal industry growing rapidly and properly. The first one is about identifying the needs. The second one is matching the products. The third one is building the ecosystem, apply in the real cases, and scale globally. So I believe that when all the things that I mentioned in the first can be collaborated very well and can be implemented very well, it will be uh, resulting in a good uh, business growth, especially in the halal, as Allah mentioned that indeed Allah will not change the condition of the people until they change what is in themselves. Yeah, this is very powerful ayat. It means that when you only do your business with the same way, not try to change, not try to get more information, more literacy about Islamic investment, about Islamic finance, about how to run the halal business, maybe your business will be stagnant and will not getting the good growth in the several years ahead. Okay, thank you from me.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Asep, for sharing, especially from the practitioner point of view in the Islamic financial industry. So he highlighted also that to strengthen the halal industry and Islamic financial industry, the collaboration is urgently needed among different stakeholders to create a great ecosystem. And I don't think I need to conclude another points. But anyway, he also shared some interesting sample on the cases of halal food export practice and engaging with the Islamic financial institutions. So it's a good example also. Thank you, Mr. Asep Saifullah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed to Q&A, but I would like to inform you that the Q&A or the question and answer session will be continued after the third presentation. So now we are going to invite our third presenter. Okay, she is Miss or our sister Saleha P. Sacar, a jurist, Dr. DPA, Director of the Muslim Economic Affairs Bureau, National Commission, Philippines. Okay, please kindly share the CV of Sister Saleha. Operator. Okay, Sister Saleha. Assalamualaikum, Sister Saleha.
Waalaikumsalam. How is my audio?
Okay, yeah, it's really crystal clear, mashallah. Yeah. Okay.
Can I
Okay, so
Yes.
okay. Sister Saleha, I'm still waiting actually for the CV to be shared by the committee. How are you, Sister Saleha?
I'm okay, Alhamdulillah. I actually have a copy of the AVP if you can allow me to just present it on my end.
Okay, yes, go ahead. You're now a co-host.
No, okay. Oh, there you go.
Okay, this is it. Okay, this is her CV. Okay, our distinguished speaker, Miss Saleha Pisaka, or a jurist. GD is a jurist doctor, right, sister? Jurist doctor DPA. She has a educational background on San Sebastian College, Recolatos de Manila. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce it. Okay, she earned her doctor on law, on public administration doctor on 2012, and she has also many experiences, but I only highlight few. First one as the CEO of RR International Corporation, and the second one is she is working as the director for the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos until today. And also she ran as the club president or on Rotary International until today. Okay, and impressively, she has also earned award on Global Women Achiever on 2022 to 2023 in the 9th and 10th World Women Leadership Congress and awards held in Thailand and Mumbai, mashallah, yeah. So it's a very great achievement, sister. I'm really, we are really impressed for that. Okay, kindly, sister, brother Dimas, can you also share? We would like to know also about her because she's from our sister from Philippines. Kindly share also his experience also in her video.
Assalamu
Please enjoy.
alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Distinguished guests and dear friends, we warmly welcome you to this significant event. Your presence today is a testament to our collective dedication to service and strengthening our community. We are truly grateful to have you join us on this special occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the one and only NCMF Director, Saleha, P. Sacar, JD, DPA, a transformative force in public service, Juris Doctor, Doctor of Public Administration, the epitome of leadership and brilliance, the visionary behind the resurgence of the Philippine halal industry. During her tenure in the government, she has implemented various programs and projects for the promotion of the Philippine halal industry and spearheaded the resumption of the accreditation and mandate on halal of the NCMF. This includes the promotion of halal entrepreneurs and the increase of halal products and services in the market. She introduced various halal ordinances nationwide through the Regional Halal Programs Management Committee, and she has been lecturing halal awareness education to all service providers. She has earned numerous awards to her contribution in the public service, and in fact, she was recognized by virtue of a approved BTA resolution number 254 before the Bangsamoro Transition Authority. Let us all welcome NCMF Director Saleha P. Sacar, JDDPA of Bureau of Muslim Economic Affairs.
No, mashallah, mashallah. Barakallahu fik, yeah. Sister Saleha, mashallah, with your engagement and also achievement that you have made. And we would like to hear from you also your experience and also sharing also from your perspective, especially since you are living in Philippines with a minority, Muslim minority. So your experience will be very much enriching to us. Okay, without any further ado, I would like to invite Sister Saleha to. The time is yours.
Thank you, Sister Rita. Thank you very much. Allow me to share my screen.
Yes, please.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
We can see the.
How is my screen? Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so let me begin. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi israh li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. To all the officials and members of the Islamic Financial Planners Association and all the participants present for this international webinar. I thank all of you for inviting the Philippines and to enlighten you and to inform you, to give you informations about the present status of the halal industry, including the Islamic finance here in the Philippines. Understanding the framework of the halal industry in the Philippines is important to discuss before we talk about the investment opportunities in the halal sector through Islamic finance. So allow me to walk you further to what is the Philippine halal industry and its development programs in the Philippines. So in your screen are the legal basis of the halal industry in the Philippines. So we have Republic Act 9997, otherwise known as the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos Act. It states that it is henceforth the policy of the state to ensure the rights and well-being of the Muslim Filipinos with due regard to their beliefs, customs, traditions, and institutions, as well as to further ensure their contribution to the national goals and aspirations, and to make them active participants in nation building. Section 8, Article 2 of the same law states that the NCMF shall promote and develop the Philippine halal industry and accredit halal certifying bodies or entities for the utmost benefit of the Muslim Filipinos, and in partnership or cooperation with the appropriate agencies, individuals, and institutions here and abroad. Another law is the Republic Act 10817, otherwise known as an act instituting the Philippine Halal Export, Development, and Promotion Program, creating for the purpose of the Philippine Halal Export, Development, and Promotion Board, and for other purposes. Another is the recently approved Halal Division by the Office of the President and the Department of Budget and Management under the Bureau of Muslim Economic Affairs, that is my office, and National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, a Notice of Organization and Staffing and Compensation Act number 002024020057. Another law which is very important to discuss today is Republic Act 11439, which is an act providing for the regulation and organization of the Islamic banks. This is actually under the regulation of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The composition of the Philippine Halal Export and Promotion Board in the Philippines pursuant to Republic Act 10817 are the chairperson is Department of Trade and Industry, vice chaired by the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, and its members are Department of Foreign Affairs, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Department of Agriculture, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Tourism, Department of Health, and MINDA, as well as 2 Muslim Filipino professionals from the academe, law, industry, or food science who have experience in halal industry development. So this is how the Philippine halal industry looks like. Because if I don't give you the picture, it would be very hard for me to discuss the investment opportunities in our country. So in the Philippines, the accreditation is the government sector, while the certification is the private entity. Okay, so in the side of the accreditation, which is the government sector, is number 1, the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, to where I belong, and also the Department of Trade and Industry PUB office. Now, on the certification side are the halal certifying bodies accredited by these 2 agencies in the government, the NCMF and the DTI PUB. But I would also like you to note that our office is the regulating body of the accredited halal certifying bodies operating in the Philippines. Now, under my office, we have created the Regional Halal Programs Management Committee. This is created and approved by virtue of an N-Bank resolution since 2020, and upon the instruction of our incumbent, the present NCMF Secretary Sheikh Sabuddin Abdurrahim, the committee resumed its function as an implementing arm of the NCMF for all the implementation of the halal programs and activities nationwide. To continue, as I have mentioned a while ago, that there is an office approved by the Office of the President under my office, which is the Halal Division. Now, the division is divided into the accreditation section and the promotion awareness section. The accreditation section is mandated to conduct the evaluation and review of the documents submitted by the halal certifying body applying for halal accreditation in the Philippines. So upon completion of the evaluation, they shall conduct the compliance audit as well as prepare the report to be submitted to the BMEA director. The BMEA director, that is me. They shall also serve as the halal audit team together with the designated members of the Regional Halal Programs Management Committee. Now, to continue, the promotion awareness section is responsible to spearhead the community-wide or lectures, campaigns, and sharing of updates or initiatives that will increase the knowledge of participants regarding halal. Relatively to the NCMF that has created the halal modules to serve as a reference materials for the conduct of the halal awareness program. Now, in your screen are the 12 private entity accredited halal certifying bodies in the Philippines. So allow me to just read the following. Halal Development Institute of the Philippines. We have Prime Certification and Inspection Asia Pacific, or Prime. We also have Halal International Chamber of Commerce and Industry of the Philippines, or HICIP. We also have a Mindanao Halal Authority, or MINHA. We also have Basilan Ulama Supreme Council Foundation Incorporated, or BUSC. We also have number 6, Fiqh and Halal Council of the Philippines Incorporated. We also have Muslim Mindanao Halal Certification Body, Philippine Ulama Congress Organization, known as PUKUY. We also have Maslaha Halal Certification Board Incorporated, known as Maslaha. We also have Philippine Ligwasan Mars Conservation and Socioeconomic Development Incorporated, known as PhilCost, since 2015. And also, we also have Bangsamoro Provincial Consultative Council Incorporated, known as BPCC. And the last one is the Alliance for Halal Integrity in the Philippines Incorporated, known as AEPP. So these are just some of the accomplishments or the implemented programs of my office ever since. So we have the approved Halal Division. We also have a Halal module. We have developed a Halal module under my office, and Halal Premier. And we also have Halal Development Program, which conducts the Halal Awareness Program in the entire Philippines. And we also have Islamic Finance Promotion. We conduct awareness program or awareness education for the Islamic finance. Since Islamic banking and Islamic finance is new in the Philippines, since the Republic Act 11439 is actually approved last 2019. Okay, so we also have partners, signed memorandum of agreements with partner stakeholders. We also have, we have conducted collaborative activities with different embassies or members of the diplomatic corps. We also have signing of memorandum of understanding with Malaysian institutions like the ANCASA, the Malaysian National Cooperative Movement, and also GSIB, before, the Global Econ Services and Business Holdings. And the good thing is, we here in the Philippines, understanding that we minorities are Muslims and our country is a Catholic country, what the NCMF did, or our office did, is we lobbied, and we actually have it now approved, a halal ordinances through our local government unit, so that all local government units in the Philippines will promote halal into their communities and Islamic finance. So, okay. So in your screen are the partner stakeholders of the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos. These are our partner stakeholders. So we have the Department of Trade and Industry, Department of Tourism, Department of Agriculture, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Ministry of Tourism and Trade Industry of BARM, Cooperative Development Authority, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, Philippine Economic Zone Authority, Department of Migrant Workers, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Foreign Affairs. We also have partner private entity or organizations and entrepreneurs such as Arkat Lawanan, Tulay Movement, M.Acc Consultants, Climbs, Halal Expo Philippines, and the 12 Halal certifying bodies. So we also have partnerships with international stakeholders like Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, the Gulf Countries Council, and the Arab Republic of Egypt for the recognition of the accredited halal certifying bodies of our office. Now we are also in partnership with South African National Halal Authority, World Halal Council, and University Crescent Standard Center for the conduct of the halal audit trainings of our halal auditors here in the Philippines. So, okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Sister Saleha, for sharing the experience. Yes.
Ma'am Rida, I also have, it is also important to discuss the standardization, which is actually what Philippines is actually looking forward to right now. It's just a short, not long.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So now the Philippines is now implementing the standardization of the halal certification scheme in the Philippines, and the use of the guidelines of the use of the official halal logo in the Philippines. So as I have discussed a while ago, the mandates or the legal basis here in the Philippines, I will just skip this. These were assessed for the interest of time. Okay, but allow me to just read the most important phrases. The NCMF, as the sole government agency mandated to safeguard the rights and well-being of the Muslim Filipinos, ensures the policy systems and frameworks align with their beliefs, customs, traditions, and institutions, further enabling their meaningful contribution to the national aspirations and nation building. Okay. So the NCMF provides practical guidelines and serves as a fundamental authority in setting requirements for the halal food products, beverages, and other services within the halal industry in the Philippines. Okay. So the Philippine Halal Certification Framework upholds fidelity to Sharia by strictly applying the 5F halal methodology. So this is the standard that NCMF is now, and the Philippines is now observing. This is the free from alcohol, free from stunning, free from non-Muslim slaughterers, free from mechanical slaughtering, free from istihala, irreversible transformation, and najis impurities. So this standardization is a guideline that will simplify the regulatory landscape for businesses, reducing the burden of navigating multiple certification processes, thereby encouraging more enterprises to seek halal certification while meeting high quality and safety standards that benefit both consumers and producers. A well-established unified halal certification system shall support Filipino products in gaining access to international markets, especially in Muslim-majority countries and nations with significant Muslim communities, thereby enhancing the global competitiveness of the Philippine goods and services. So in pursuit of the global acceptance and recognition of the Philippine halal certified products and services, our office, the NCMF, must proactively pursue mutual recognition agreements and strategic alignments with, with established international halal regulatory authorities, including but not limited to the standards of Metrology Institute for Islamic Countries, or CIMMIC, ESMIC, Emirates Authority for Standardization and Metrology of the Arab Emirates, Jabatan, Kemahuan, Islam Malaysia, or the JAKIM, also Badan Penyelenggara Jaminan Produk Halal of Indonesia, and Majlis Ulama Islam Singapura, particularly by working closely with NCMF halal certifying bodies, thereby enabling wider market access, strengthening cross-border trust, and enhancing the credibility and competitiveness of the Philippine halal exports in the global arena. Okay, so the purpose and benefit of the standardization is, aside from the standardization, there will be increase in trust and reliability, trade facilitation, and economic opportunities. When we say standardization, it is a unified scheme that provides as a guideline, as a set of standards for halal certification, while reducing confusion, and it ensures consistency across different certification bodies. Trust and reliability. By following a uniform set of guidelines in the Philippines, consumers can have a greater confidence in the validity of halal certification, fostering integrity in the Philippine halal industry. Trade facilitation is a standardized approach, simplifies the process of exporting and importing halal products, as companies can rely on the consistent set of requirements for certification and economic opportunities. Here we go. So promoting and developing halal industry, as it observed in other countries, is a significant economic driver. A unified scheme and an approach can attract investments and promote growth in both domestic and international market. So here in the Philippines, these are the sectors or potential for investment in the halal industry. So number one is that recently the Philippines is a Muslim-friendly destination based on Global Muslim Travel Index. So we have developed from the entire Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, our tourist destination to be Muslim-friendly, okay? Another opportunity for investment for food, because nowadays all manufacturers are actually looking for certification to enter into export of goods to their market. So what we're looking right now in the Philippines is to establish halal food market in our communities. So now we also have a well-trained Sharia compliant for health and wellness. Also, we are now developing pharmaceuticals and Sharia compliant services such as halal certified kitchens for hoteliers, restaurants, and supermarket. Also, we are now into halal lifestyle, which actually we are adopting also the modest clothes coming from Malaysia and Indonesia. So for men and women. So So that would be all. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mashallah, mashallah, sister. Barakallahu fiqh. Thank you, sister, for sharing the real practices in promoting halal industries, right from Philippines, right? From Philippines to the world, mashallah. Okay. Okay, then we come to our session, Q&A session, question and answer session. So we'll be having our two distinguished speaker here, Mr. Asep Saifullah and also Sister Saleha. Okay, in this session. So we would like to invite the participants to ask question. You can write it in the chat box or you can raise your hand to ask the question directly. Or probably Madam Ani, are you interested to ask?
Let the participants have a chance first. Yes, go ahead, please.
Because I
We
have
have,
I haven't seen anyone raise their hand. But anyway, the topic is very much interesting. The first one is from Mr. Asep. He shows also okay. Mr. Abu Bakar, are you going to ask question? I saw you raising your hand. Oh, okay. Okay, otherwise I will ask some question first, yeah. To our respected speaker. Okay, the first question. Okay. Maybe I will ask this to Mr. Asep first. Okay, Mr. Asep, okay, the question is how can an individual, because also you're working as a financial planners also, so what do you think, how can individual financial planners play a more active role in supporting halal industry growth, especially in Indonesia case?
Okay, thank you for the question, Ms. Rida. And the question is really interesting, yeah, because the role of the Islamic, especially Islamic financial planner as an individual is really important, especially in the halal industry, because as I mentioned before that the knowledge of the industry itself related to the just like financial or even investment is really limited. This is why, as I mentioned before, that the business that they run is not kafah, especially as Allah taught us that you must go in Islam in kafah way. It means that from the start until the end, every single step in your business, every single thing in your business must be Sharia compliant. And when the industry itself is needed more information about Islamic finance, about Islamic investment. So the role of Islamic financial planner is really important. Maybe sometimes in the industry, when you name yourself as a financial planners, it is sometimes related to they are the agent of insurance like that, because after you give the explanation about financial planning, after that you direct the customer to one product. That's why sometimes when the customer, when the industry hear or listen to the term of Islamic financial planner directly, they will think, oh, maybe they want to offer the insurance product. But I think it's not like that, especially because as a financial planner, especially, we don't only talk about how you protect your wealth, but in the cycle of the wealth management, especially in Islamic, you also must be able to give the explanation about how you generate your wealth by Islamic way. This is the first one. So you must make sure that your customer understand about how to get the Sharia financing, how to get the information about Islamic financial management, and also how to develop the business. This is the side of the Islamic generation. And after generating your wealth, maybe you can give the consulting to the customer about the importance of Islamic product, especially to accumulate. And this is that is really limited, especially in the market, because sometimes we understand about akad, we understand about dalil, and anything else related to the Islamic basic principle, but we lack information, we lack knowledge about the product that especially important for them to be used, especially in running the business in their financial management. That's why the role of the role of us here is really important to educate the market, to give the literacy. Literacy not only saying that, oh, riba is haram, riba is prohibited, maisir goror is also prohibited. You have to run away from those prohibited things. Not only like that, but you also need the understanding about, oh, riba is prohibited. So if you use the conventional one, is prohibited. So the alternative product is the Sharia one. It's like what? What is the good thing? And from the Sharia product, you must try to explain it to your customer, so that as an individual, we not only have our individual responsibility that hold the IFP or even certification in Sakina Finance like that. Not only become the certification, but you also have responsibility as an individual. Maybe you can start from your neighbor. Just like I don't feel that the neighbor of Miss Rida here or Miss Isti here or others understand the essence of Islamic finance deeply, especially because just like me in my neighbor, last week, we have a recitation session in my mosque, in my neighboring mosque, and I talk about the Islamic finance, the importance of Islamic finance, the importance of run away from riba, maisir, and goror. But unfortunately, the ustad that gives the material on that time, the ustad talk about we must amar ma'ruf nahi munkar. But unfortunately, I said here that why our role is really important, because not all ustad have a good understanding in Islamic finance like that. Yeah, maybe when the bab of Riyadhus Shalihin is amar ma'ruf nahi munkar, the amar ma'ruf nahi munkar that they deliver is only about how you stay away from zina, from drugs, only like that, but never be explained about how you stay away from goro, riba, maisir, and it happens in our neighboring. That's why our responsibility all here to make our community, our neighbor realize, the prohibition of riba itself. So in my conclusion, our role as a Islamic financial planner is really powerful and needed, in the neighbor, just like that.
Okay, mashallah. Thank you so much, Mr. Asep. Okay, and I guess there are a few questions. The first one, maybe I will go to the chat box first. First one is from Miss Maisha Ban, right? She asks, probably we would be asking this to Miss Saleha. Okay, in the light of rising global interest in sustainable consumption, how can the halal industry position itself as not only Sharia compliant, but also universally attractive to the whole investor? Probably, Miss Saliha, I think you can address this question.
Yes, it's a very good question since it fits the framework in the Philippines. Here in the Philippines, what we do is we strengthen the creation of for example, resolutions, ordinances, and regulations to not only to establish Sharia compliant services, but also to accommodate, to help the market, and also to accommodate or design Muslim friendly services. So that's what we do with the hoteliers actually and establishments here in the Philippines. Within the NCMF, in partnership with the Department of Tourism, we have came up with a Muslim-friendly guideline to promote the tourism aspect of the halal here in the Philippines and to attract the foreign travelers to come to the Philippines, and also for them to be attracted to invest in the Philippines or to attract investors in the Philippines.
Okay, mashallah. Okay, very straight answer from and practical, yeah, from Philippines experience. Okay, I think we still have maybe one more question from Brother Abu Bakar. Kindly please make the question brief, and please address to whom you are going to ask this question, please. Brother Abu Bakar, are you going to ask question? Because I saw you raising your hand here. Okay, probably you are mistakenly switch on the, okay. All right. Okay, because you're not responding, so I would like to maybe this is the very like ask last question. Okay, no, there is no other question, sorry. Okay, so I think this is the end of our session. So before that, I would like to invite to both speakers, Dr. Saleha and also Mr. Asep, to give your final statement, okay, on this discussion. Okay, first one, I will ask Dr. Saleha for the final statement.
Okay. Thank you, Sister Rida. To all the participants present, and to first of all to Islamic Financial Planner Associations. It is with gratitude, and I see and sincerely thank you for inviting Philippines to be one of your speakers in this international webinar, looking into the best practices and also what is the status of the halal industry and Islamic finance in our neighboring countries is very important. It is actually a learning process for all of us that we do not know what we know, and we already know, and we do not know in the present status. Also, I would also like to thank all the participants for staying and for asking questions. It means to me that if you throw questions, you actually understand and you actually listen to the discussion today. It is also important to look into what are the opportunities for investment in the halal industry. This is also to operationalize and for us to incorporate the Islamic finance of the halal industry. So thank you very much, Sis Rida. Thank you, and my greetings to my fellow speaker, Asep Saifullah. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Saleha. And the next one from Mr. Asep Saifullah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Maybe not many from me in my conclusion. I just feel very happy for this webinar session because we talk about something that's really important that can make me more realize that Islamic investment, Islamic finance is really important for supporting the growing up halal industry. So it opened our mindset that halal industry is not about related about the brand, about the product, about the certification, but also the most important thing that is Islamic finance, because finance is our daily life. Maybe we don't talk about the brand, the halal brand every day, but we talk about finance every day with your spouse, in your family, in your neighbor, in your office. We talk about finance every day. So we must make finance, especially the Islamic or Sharia compliant, as our daily life, as our way that can make sure that when we do the finance based on the Sharia principle, I believe that our outcome is very, very outstanding, like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Asep, for your bright conclusion. So, on behalf of Islamic Financial Planners Association, or IFPA, I would like to sincerely thank our distinguished speakers, Dr. Shahizan, Mr. Asep Saifullah, and Dr. Saleha Sacar for their enlightening contribution. And this is our token of appreciation for both. The first one is for Mr. Asep Saifullah. Hopefully you can receive this as our token of our thanks to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Rida.
Okay, thank you so much, Jazakumullah khairan kasiran. And the second one is we are going to give this e-certificate for our Dr. Shahizan, Dr. Shahizan, who already leave, and the next one will be giving to our sister, Dr. Saleha. Okay, Dr. Saleha. Okay, our jurist doctor, mashallah. So you have done two doctoral program, sister, right? Mashallah, mashallah. Okay, thank you so much for your contribution and letting us in this opportunity. So hopefully this is not the last time we can meet. Hopefully we can still see you and share some good time also in the future, inshallah. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, dear ladies and gentlemen. May today's session inspire all of us to play a stronger role in advancing the halal economy and Islamic financial planning globally. With that, I now return the session back to our MC, Miss Isti. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for all speakers and moderator for that insightful talk show. As we come to the end of this enlightening webinar, I want to take a moment to extend my deepest gratitude to all of you for joining us today. Your engagement and thoughtful questions have made this session truly remarkable. Now, I have the distinct honor of inviting each one of you become a part of a visionary community, the Islamic Financial Planner Association, or IFPA. This esteemed association is dedicated to the principles of Islamic finance, promoting ethical and Sharia-compliant financial planning practices. Benefit of a membership. As a member of IFPA, you will enjoy a multitude of benefits, including access to a network of professional Islamic finance planners, opportunities for continuing learning through webinar, workshop, and seminars, resources and tools tailored to Islamic financial planning, a platform to collaborate on initiatives that contribute to the growth of Sharia-compliant financial services. How to join? You can check our social media, and there's a flyer, and there's a link for IFPA membership. By joining IFPA, you're not just becoming part of an association. You're joining a movement that strives to align financial success with spiritual fulfillment. We believe that together we can pave the way for a more just and equitable financial landscape. We hope to see many of you take this step and join us at the Islamic Financial Planner Association. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end of today's webinar. On behalf of the organizers, I would like to sincerely thank you all of our distinguished speakers and moderator and participants to their valuable time, attention, and contribution. We hope today's session has been insightful and beneficial for everyone. May the knowledge we gain today inspire us in our respective fields. Thank you once again for your active participation. We look forward to welcoming you in our upcoming events. Have a wonderful day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Thank you so
warahmatullahi
much,
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
Mr.
Masya Allah.
Saleha,
Thank you,
Thank you so
Madam.
much, Dr. Saleha,
Mr. Istri,
Mr. Asep.
Mr. Rida,
Saleha, thank you.
and
Rida,
everyone. Thank
Mesti.
you. Jazakumullah khairan kathiran. See you again, inshallah. See you next month.
Insya Allah.